Hello and welcome back everybody to the channel. Join me in today's review and short point of view test drive of a new Mazda CX-5. Before we go any further in the view, big thanks to Auto Arbanas Mazda dealership here in Zagreb County for making this video possible. I'll put all their info in the description below. Welcome back everybody. Like I said earlier, in today's review we have the new Mazda CX-5. If you are into Mazdas, then you probably all know that this particular model was facelifted I think 2 years ago now. Comes with the new center infotainment system and front and the rear design, but more of that a little bit later in the video. Let's start this exterior walk around with a front end design and details. This particular model is in Homura trim, powered by a 2-liter petrol engine, mild hybrid technology. There is also a 2.5-liter engine as an option. This one is mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. More of that when we go for a short test drive. In the center, large Mazda logo, being a Homura trim. All the area around the grille is finished in that sporty gloss black details, and now we have this new design for the daytime running lights and of course full LED headlights. One great detail I have to say with the Mazdas, we still have these washers, especially useful solution in the winter months, and of course front parking sensors. Just take a look how aggressive and sporty this front end looks like, especially because this is a family-friendly SUV. Speaking about sporty bits, with this model we have 19-inch wheels and tires, gloss black with a Homura trim. Also all the area around the wheel arches is finished with a gloss black, which is a little bit more luxurious than the standard robust plastic parts. Also side mirrors are finished in gloss black, and we have the keyless go system. With a press of a button, car is now locked. I have a key in my pocket and also now it's unlocked. Couple of interesting details worth mentioning: gloss black B pillars with tinted rear windows, always nice and useful solution, especially in the summer months. Some chrome bits in this lowest part. Like with the most Japanese cars, we have the fuel filler cap on a driver's side and shark antenna on a roof. Now if you go and take a look this rear end, similar rear light design like we saw in the front. Nice thin sporty design, of course full LED technology. In the center, a Mazda logo, CX-5 on a driver's side, and eSkyActiv G detail here on a passenger side, which indicates this is a petrol powered variant but also with a mild hybrid technology. And below Mazda logo, a rear parking camera with a rear parking sensors, and also just take a look, 2 exhaust tips. In the comment section what you think about the exterior design of a Mazda CX-5 and what would be your ideal color specification. If you ask me, this is my go-to model and trim level, but my personal favorite Mazda color is machine gray. Also this Soul Red Crystal is probably the most popular one with the Mazda buyers. And now let's go and proceed with the review. We'll check the practicality test, starting with a boot space. So this is now the boot of a Mazda CX-5, and as you can probably tell right away, the boot opening is pretty wide, and I have to say pretty high. Around 500 liters is the official number of this boot space. You can fold down these rear seats individually, which is great. You can release these one and it's fold downs. A little bit of extra storage on a driver and also on a passenger side with a 12-volt socket. And another great thing worth mentioning, that you can remove this textile floor mat, or actually this part over here, and it reveals a little bit of extra storage. One thing worth mentioning is that you have this plastic protective part. If you need to slide some heavier and larger items, you can do that, and you have a flat floor. Overall, for a family-friendly SUV, I think this boot is very, very good. Now we will close the boot again fully electronically, and I will show you now one of the best features of this Mazda. But first thing first, I need to unlock it. And as I open these rear doors, just take a look on this door opening angle. This is almost 90 degrees. Let's go now and talk a little bit about this door design and materials. Even here on this upper section we have some type of soft rubbery material, contrasting light gray stitching with some type of, I would say it looks like some type of carbon, but it's imitation. A little bit of metal, and also this one is metal. This center part where you put your elbow is everything finished with a soft material. Just take a look, this center part, absolutely phenomenal. A little bit of extra storage, gloss black or piano black details, and nice door pockets. Now this is the view in. Being a Homura trim, you have this very sporty and luxurious center part with some type of microfiber details, isofix anchor points of course on each side, and very soft leather. And if I open this center armrest, it reveals two cup holders and some storage underneath. Now from a rear seats of a new Mazda CX-5, I put this driver seat on my ideal sitting position. I'm about 184 centimeters, 79 kilograms. This is my knee room and also my foot room. Also, if I sit dead straight, I have a couple of centimeters to spare, and the rear door opening angle is pretty massive. Some useful storage behind the driver's seat and also behind the passenger seat, two air vents, and like I said earlier, we have this center armrest. If you need to carry, let's say, two adults of my size, I don't think there will be any issues for the longer journeys. Opening a passenger front door, now we come to my second favorite bit of this particular model and why this is my favorite trim, and it's Bose premium surround system. If you are into music, I would highly recommend spec your Mazda with a Bose premium surround system. The bass is very deep and rich. You will definitely appreciate that. Similar door design like we saw in the back, but even larger door pockets. Now we will check the front seats. Again, similar like in the back, some type of center microfiber details, and these outside elements are in leather. Now we will climb inside. Being a sporty and luxurious Homura trim, we have a black roof lining, which I'm always big fan, and Bose detail here on a A-pillar. Let's talk a little bit about materials. Even here on this dash, on this upper section, we have some type of soft rubbery details, a little bit of leather in the center part, one air vent with two main one in the center. Talk more about the center infotainment system when I go and check the driver's seat position. In front of me there is a glove box, nice and slow opening, which is premium touch, and we have this fabric in it that is very nice. Also the red stitching with some soft material when you put your knee, that is one thing worth mentioning. In front of gear selector you have this area for 12-volt socket, and also you can charge your phone. Like I said earlier, now you can see this particular model comes with a 6-speed automatic transmission. This is a Mazda made gearbox. More of that I will tell you when I go for a short point of view test drive, but also you can spec this model with a 6-speed manual transmission, electronically operated parking brake, and this is your selector for the center infotainment system, your wheel design, and some shortcuts. Behind that we have two cup holders and large center armrest. You can open it and reveals extra storage with two USB-C charging ports. Welcome now from a driver's seat perspective. Let's talk a little bit about this center infotainment system. Now I will go and check this home screen. On a home screen we have information, entertainment, communication, navigation, and settings. If we go now and press the navigation, here we are in Zagreb County. Move back, a little bit of entertainment. This is my media list. Everything is very easy to operate. I will not go through all details, of course, just for you so you can see maybe this center infotainment system in action, and two most important things, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. In front of me, partly digital and analog dials with a traffic sign recognition system. I don't know how much you can see, but there is also a head-up display. Let's talk a little bit about this steering wheel and its design. Very sporty, 3-spoke with all the buttons are still physical. On the left side, everything related to media, and on the right side for a cruise control. Behind the steering wheel we have the plus and minus pedals, because this model comes with a 6-speed automatic transmission. One thing I forgot to mention is that with the Homura trim, we have fully electronically operated this front seat. In the comment section what you think about this interior design in general, and before we go for a short test drive, I will put the lights on and the turn signals on so we can see them in action. Now with the latest facelift and this Homura trim, these are in all, or actually full LED technology, rear lights with turn signals. Now if you go here on a side mirrors, also LED turn signals, and just take a look here in the front, very aggressive and cool design with LED turn signals, daytime running lights and headlights. Welcome now to a short point of view test drive of a new Mazda CX-5. I did some test kilometers already with this particular model, so I can give you my initial thoughts. Couple of interesting details: head-up display in front of me with the traffic sign recognition system and speedometer, similar like here in front of me. Huge side mirrors, left and right, you can see everything. And also great feature is that these are mounted on a doors and a little bit in the back, so it's very clear to see out. Also the rear view is relatively wide, being a boxy family friendly SUV. Speaking about family friendly SUV, if we now go into reverse, like we saw earlier, we have rear parking camera and some type of bird eye view camera. Now I will put it in a park also. I said earlier, we have the Bose premium surround system with this particular model. I will not put the music on now because of the copyrights, but believe me, the sound system is very impressive, and I will highly recommend, if you are into music, to spec your favorite Mazda model with a Bose surround system. Now let's go for a short test drive. I said earlier, this model is powered by a 2-liter petrol engine. There is also a more powerful variant with a 2.5 liter 194 horsepower, and that particular engine I think only comes with a 6-speed automatic transmission. Let's talk a little bit about the suspension, because now we have some type of rough roads. This model comes with the 19-inch wheels and tires, but overall suspension is I would say on the ideal settings, not too soft and not too sporty. Now we'll go here on this faster piece of road, and you sit relatively high, which is something that will probably 99% of potential buyers will appreciate. With the Mazda CX-30, you sit a little bit lower because that particular model is some type of crossover, not a full-size SUV. So you have a little bit more that sportier approach and the seating position. This CX-5 is a full-size SUV, of course smaller than the large CX-60 and the larger one CX-80. But overall, you don't have that feeling that is too big or too wide for the daily commute. One info worth mentioning, because this is a family-friendly SUV, that this model comes packed with some active safety system, but not only that, it received a 5-star rating on a Euro NCAP crash test. Personally, I think that this 2-liter mild hybrid powertrain combined with a 6-speed automatic transmission is the best option for the Mazda CX-5. Of course, if you travel a lot and you carry maybe 3 or 4 people on board and also full of luggage, then you can consider that 2.5 liter 194 horsepower powertrain. But overall, I think this is more than adequate for the average user. And let me know in the comment section what you think about this interior design in general of a Mazda CX-5. What would be outside the color specification, but also a trim level, and would you go for the famously known Mazda, well-known 6-speed manual transmission over this one, a little bit more relaxed 6-speed automatic one? This is the end of my full review and short point of view test drive of this new Mazda CX-5 powered by a 2-liter mild hybrid petrol engine. Before I go and wrap this video, big thanks again to Auto Arbanas Mazda dealership here in Zagreb County for making this video possible. I will put all their info in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video and wish you all a very nice day.